My bandmate took one of our fans backstage after a show where he dr'd and roped her, then bragged about it to us. We're thinking of calling the police. So I'm the frontman of a semi-known local heavy metal band. Our drummer has always been a very weird guy who embodies all the metal stereotypes. He is a practicing Satanist who worships Lucifer before every single show of ours and asks Satan for help whenever he hits a block when creating music. He has super long hair, doesn't smell very good most of the time and can be very rude to fans, once throwing one of his sticks at a fan during one of our last shows. However, he is an awesome drummer. The guy can play things I've never seen before and he is crucial to our band. However, we are positive that the recent events are going to force us to let him go and potentially jail him. It all started about 4 months ago when he noticed that at our local shows, there was always one specific fan who was at the front row. She had curly black hair, wore fishnets and was a traditional heavy metal chick. Our bandmate fell in love with her and whenever we would perform, if she was there he would blow her air kisses, signal to her, dedicate entire drum solos to her, and after the show was over he spent a long time backstage talking about how into him she was. In fairness to him, it did seem like she was into him. She blew him kisses back and imitated him wherever he played hard parts of the drums. I remember 2 months ago we did a show where she was attending and before coming out on stage our drummer said to us, "I'm gonna F her one day, whether she likes it or not." We all looked at each other thinking what the F, but we had no time to deal with puny things such as potential rope threats. We had a show to play. If only we had listened to our intuition. That show 2 months ago went terrible for us and the whole time our drummer kept his gaze on the girl, messing up his drumming and even dropping the sticks once. After the show was over I told him we'll be taking a few months off performing to dial in. He seemed angry about this, asking us how he was meant to see the love of his life in that case, and we told him the performance of the band comes before his crush on a fan. He seemed displeased and tried to cast a satanic spell on us. We kinda wanted to boot him, but he was too damn good at drumming to do so. So 2 months later we were back to playing live, and once again our drummer's crush was in the crowd. Before going out he said to us, "It's happening tonight." This night however, he played great and I'm pretty sure he swooned his crush as when he asked her to come backstage with him towards the end of the show, she excitedly agreed. Neither of us saw this however, and after the show we went backstage to relax. Our drummer said he had something to do however and he would be back soon. An hour had passed however and he was still not back, and we needed to head home. I went looking for him and while walking past the disabled toilets I heard thrusting and groaning. I started having a really bad feeling and imagined the worst. Every possible scenario ran through my head, and as I opened the door I saw a horrific sight. Our drummer was roping the unconscious fan he had a crush on. I screamed at him to get off her and pulled him away. He tried to cling onto her but I threatened to get the other guys and we would all whoop him. We called the ambulance for her immediately and we were told that she had substances in her system by our medic as the ambulance was showing up. I didn't say a thing about our drummer's involvement just yet, but that does not mean I'm not willing to do anything about it. I have discussed this with all the other bandmates and we all agreed on getting justice for our fan.